Calvin Andrews, it's an honor to have you out here in Florida. You and I have been hanging out for a long time.
Yeah, it started since 2014.
I remember the minute that I met you. I remember we were out at Good Guys in Scottsdale.
Yep, I distinctly remember that day.
I turned around and I saw this truck and I'm like, that is absolutely gorgeous. I think you said something like...
And then I had, at about the same time I looked at you and yelled out the window as we were kind of driving by and yelled your name, and you kind of looked a little startled at me. And
yeah.
I remember telling you this, I use your product on my truck. And you kind of jogged up for a second and we talked and met up with you then the next day.
That was crazy because your truck is so clean, this immaculate C10, what is it, 1970?
1970, yep.
70 C10 blue, and you built it with your grandfather.
Correct.
And you guys, I mean, you went to such a crazy extreme. When you were a little kid, when did you start getting into this? When did you start getting into cars or car care or anything like that?
So, as a little kid then it started, my grandpa had bought a 1958 Chevrolet Cameo pickup, which then become restored, and he started to show it all over the United States. And from there, I started off, dressing tires when we would get to the show, wipe the wheels down. And it turned from that into wipe downs, dust offs, at the time we were using, it was Wizards.
Yeah.
And we were wiping it down with that. And that kind of started the addiction there.
Yeah. That's cool. Now, you got into building vehicles. You obviously, you were 10 years old, you guys built this Cameo, so you kind of watched that process go. So you had some opportunity to sort of understand how it goes. Putting the engine in, knocking the bodywork out, installing interiors, customizing, and then you did it on your own.
Then from there, yeah, it just kind of took off into another build years down the road.
I remember after you and I had met and we'd hung out for a little bit, when did I invite you to when did the first time we worked together?
So that was November we had met. You called me, it was just before Christmas of December of 14.
Yeah.
Wanted to know what I was doing at the beginning of January, and I didn't have any plans. That was when you invited me out for the last filming of the video series. That was 2015, yeah, January 2015.
No kidding. That was a fun time. That was a fun time.
That was.
A very different video shoot than this. We were dry as a bone, out in the middle of the desert, outside of Scottsdale, Arizona.
The dry desert heat.
Which one do you like better, Florida or Scottsdale?
Florida's been pretty luxurious here, so I can't complain.
Not too shabby.
No, not at all.
The way that you handle people, the way you talk and the way you talk about things, we love having you at these events now. Now you really work all of the Barrett-Jacksons with Sydney Weaver.
Correct.
You work all those. What other events do you work with us these days?
So we've done some of the Good Guys. I do Columbus Good Guys every year in Ohio. We've done the Good Guys in Scottsdale. I've helped out Dave Heister at Corvettes at Carlisle. So I just kind of bounce around wherever we need me and try to make it happen.
So you're a lineman now?
Power lineman. I've a little over 5 years now I've been doing that.
Yeah.
So that's the daytime job.
So the good news is that pays you well, keeps you living large outside of Columbus, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
And it keeps you in toys.
It does.
Speaking of toys, what'd you just, I understand there's a new toy in your garage.
So I decided to, my wife and Kaylee and I had, we just had our first kid back in October.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. And I somehow convinced her into letting me pick up an original 20,000 mile 1964 Impala. And I just recently finished an air ride system on it, new set of tires and wheels, and it's going to be our new family kid hauler. Yeah.
And that thing is absolutely gorgeous. Black, is that all that paint original?
Yep, it is original black lacquer paint, red original interior. It's be a good cruiser.
Your enthusiasm for detailing, it's been a lifetime thing. The relationship that you have with your grandfather, you're able to go build a truck, that's awesome. Yep. And I feel like the beneficiary, I feel so lucky because through all that, you ended up finding our metal polish, something
Yeah,
like that?
The metal polish brought me into it, and from there I ordered buttery wax detail spray. I think it was some rinseless wash then at the time, so.
So in your detailing process, what's your favorite process in the entire detailing regimen?
I'm a fan of paint correction. I like to see the before, during, and after.
Yeah.
And then from there, depending on the sealant you go with, wax, ceramic coatings. It just depends. And
Yep.
it's amazing to see the transformation.
It's nice. I love the before and after.
Yes.
The instant gratification. Like,
Right.
oh my gosh, look,
You
we just
go
did
from
that.
this to that.
Instantly. If you were to have a favorite product, what's your favorite?
Ooh, favorite product. With the C10, you know, the paint and the chrome, I've used a lot of Brilliant Glaze on that over the years, and everyone always wonders, you know, we would take it to the shows, the indoor shows, outdoor shows, why the paint would look so wet, and the Brilliant Glaze definitely comes into play when it comes to that.
So funny, that's been one of the favorite products for all the old school, long-time customers, and a lot of our new customers don't even know what Brilliant Glaze is, you know, and it's one
The
of those
uses
things.
are amazing.
It is neat, and on your truck, it always looks so perfect.
That's what I like to go for.
That's it.
Keep it looking right.
Calvin, every single time we hang out, I'm so impressed with you. I'm so impressed with how you manage yourself, how you hold yourself, how you interact with people. I'm really glad that we got a chance to be friends, and I'm really glad that you're here filming this video series with us.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you've had me here.
My brother.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Calvin.